Okay, Sir Flans. Now tell me what happened.
No, I'm not ready. It's too fresh of a wound.
It's your duty to tell me the course of events. Tell me!
Let me collect my mind. Okay, it all started with a prophecy from the three weird sisters. I never could have guessed my father would become a victim of this frightful prophecy.
Pursue your thoughts.
It all began when Duncan was invited to Macbeth's castle. Me and my father went with him.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting Marlet, does approve. By his loved manchery, that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. Not Juddy, freeze, bodiless not nor coin of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and proclaimed cradle, where they most breed and hunt. I have observed, this air is delicate.
Looking back, did you have any idea what would happen?
No.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air, numbly and sweetly, recommends itself into our gentle senses. See, see, our honored hostess! The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service, in every point, twice done, and then done double. Where poor and single business to contend, against those honored deep and broad wherewith, your majesty loads of our house, for those of old and late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where's the Fan of Carter? We cursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath holp him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are guests tonight.
Your servants ever have thieves themselves and what is theirs encamped to make their audit of at your highness pleasure still return your own.
Give me your hand, conduct me to my host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. Be your lead, hostess.
If it were done when this done, then 'twere well. It were done quickly, if the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch, which is Cersei's success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, up on this bank and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. But in these cases we still have judgment here, that we but teach, bloody instructions which being taught, return to plague the inventor, this even-handed justice, commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He is here in double trust, first as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity like a naked newborn baby, striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, the tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He had almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No, you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk? Wherein you dressed yourself, half slept in since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale? At what did it so freely? From this time, such I account, beloved, art through affirmed, to be the same in fine and own act and value, as through art and desire. Wouldest foe have to which foe esteemed your ordinate of life, to live a coward in fine of own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage.
Prithee peace, I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast wasn't then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you dust into it, when you were a man, and to be what you were to would be so much more than a man, nor time nor place didn't there, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves what they fear their fitness now, thus and make you. I have given suck, and now how tender this love, the babe that milks me, I would, while it was smiling to my face, had plucked in my nipple from his boundless gums, and dashed the brains out. I had sworn as you have to done this.
If we should fail.
We fail, but screw your courage into the sticking place, and we will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto rather shall the day's hard journey soundly invite him to his two chamberlains, will I with wine and vasa so convinced that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt for reason a limbolic only, when we in swinish sleep have drenched nature's lie as in death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongly offices? Who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted method should compose. Being unprepared, nothing but males will not be received. When we marked with bloody those sleepy two of his own chamber and used their very daggers, that they have done.
Who dares to receive it other, and we shall make our griefs and clamour roar upon his death.
I am settled and bend up, each corporal agent to this terrible feat, away and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide, for what the false heart.
How goes the night, son? The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12?
I take this later, sir.
Hold on, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. They take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep, merciful powers. Restrain in me the curse through the nature, gives way to remorse. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
Hold your horses. Why was Macbeth awake?
What, sir, not yet at rest? A king's abed, he hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largeness to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, or will become the servant to defects, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have sworn some truth.
I think not of them, yet when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kind's leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when this, it shall make honor of you.
So I lose none. My seeking in argument it, but still keep my bosom friendship and allegiance clear. I shall be consoled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. I'd like to you.
Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? A dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain, I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made of fools of other senses, or else worth all the rest I see thee still. And on thy blade and dungeon goats of blood, which was not so before, there's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs, thus to mine eyes, now o'er the one half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep witchcraft celebrates. Pale Hecate's offerings and withered murder, alarum by his sentinel the wolf, those owls his watch, thus with the stealthy pace which Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Though sure and firm saith earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take thee present horror from the time which now suits with it, whilst I threat he lives. Words to the heat of deeds to cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me